Yo, what is up guys, Sam Pack here, back with another video, and today we're going to take a look at the HHKB Studio. So this keyboard has both mouse and keyboard built in, along with touch gesture controls all in one case. So HHKB are sponsoring today's video, however they're not paying me to say anything, so there's no script that they told me to read off of, and all of my thoughts and opinions are 100% my own. So that being said, let's just jump right into the unboxing. So here we got the box that it comes in, a nice HHKB logo right on top there, and here we got the paperwork and instructions on how to use the keyboard, and here we got the keyboard. Like, wow, this looks really nice. It's actually a lot heavier than I expected compared to the Type S, and looks wise this looks pretty similar to their Topre 60% keyboard, but just has a pointer stick and mouse buttons added to it. And here you got the USB-C port on the left side and the power button on the right, and there's a LED bar on top as well. And on the back you got battery slides, which takes 4 AA batteries, and you got pull-out feeds for height adjustments. And for accessories, you got the batteries, USB-C cable, and extra pointer stick replacement tops. So starting with the design of this board, the case is made out of ABS plastic, and as mentioned before, it's a bit heavier than the Type S, and it comes in at about 1.9 pounds including the batteries. And you can also use this keyboard right on top of your MacBook if you want, just like the Type S. And as you can see on the side profile, there's a 2-wedge design where the gesture controls are on both sides and even on the front of the keyboard as well. And they got lines to show where the control parameters are. I really like this front lip, and it allows you to rest your palms on there, and it feels really natural, especially when you're using the pointer stick and mouse buttons. And switching between the mouse and the keyboard is so seamless. Alright, so key features of this keyboard is definitely that pointer stick or track point, and some might say it's the mouse nipple. And you mainly see these from Lenovo laptops like the ThinkPad. So HHKB took this same tech and put it into this keyboard, and honestly it just feels just like the ThinkPad. The responsiveness is pretty much the same as well, and we got 3 mouse buttons here. So second key feature of this keyboard is the 4 gesture controls on the sides of the keyboard. You can map them to pretty much anything, but preferably you want to map things like adding or subtracting things, something like volume or zoom controls or arrow directions or even scroll controls. And the third key feature is that this is a MX style keyboard. It's not Topre, so you have a hot swap PCB that you can use 3 or 5 pin switches for this keyboard. And in my opinion, I really like these HHKB silent linears that come with the board because they feel super smooth and the actuation is actually really nice, and because they're silent it's great to use for the office. And the bottom out feels kind of like a Topre because of those silent nubs in the switches. And lastly, this keyboard can connect to up to 4 different devices wirelessly and also be used in wire mode as well. And all of these devices can be toggled from the keyboard. So HHKB has their own software called the HHKB Tools that allows you to remap any keys, buttons, or gesture controls. And for me, I had to remap a bunch of things, and a couple of things that I mapped was the middle mouse button to the mission control, since I use that a lot on my Mac. And I also changed some of the gesture controls, and this one I changed to scrolling, and this one I changed for zooming in and out, and this one's from scrolling side to side. So one thing I wanted to mention about the mouse and gesture controls is that you want to make sure you want to make changes within the OS level of the mouse and scrolling sensitivity. Yes, HHKB does have their own sensitivity presets. However, I found that some of the settings were a bit too extreme, so in order to fine tune that, you want to make sure you want to check the system settings and make adjustments there. So on paper, this keyboard has a bunch of productivity features and benefits. So how's the actual experience? So I challenged myself for a couple of weeks to solely just use this keyboard without my mouse, and here's some of my thoughts. I really love the typing experience, and it's a very comfortable keyboard to type on, especially with these silent linear switches. Super smooth and no need to lube these either, and even the stabilizers are not rattly as well. So pretty much you don't need to do any mods on this in my opinion. The typing height is also perfect as well, and you don't feel any fatigue while typing all day. The gesture controls are actually my favorite part of this keyboard. I absolutely love using it when I'm editing in DaVinci, especially the zooming in and out controls. And the side scrolling is very helpful too. I do wish the gesture controls were a tad bit more precise in terms of detecting the inputs on my fingers. Sometimes it would feel a little bit delayed in response, or it'll be way too sensitive. The track point is definitely the hardest thing to get used to. My fingers were kind of fatigued while you're trying to edit videos, and using the track point to navigate around the timeline, making cuts or moving clips around, it's not as precise, and it makes me want to grab my mouse instead. Sometimes when you're trying to click on something, it doesn't go to it right away, so it's really frustrating trying to get your mouse to that exact spot that you need it to go. So not sure if it's something that you just need to get used to or practice, but personally, I don't want to have to feel like I have to try hard to click on something, so it's just easier to use a mouse. But I do like having that option there if you're trying to click on something really quick without having to move your hand, or if your mouse runs out of battery. I know we all had that issue before, so you still got that track point there to keep on working. So for me, I wouldn't use this 100% of the time, but just only those odd cases. So overall, as a keyboard, I honestly really love this a lot, but as a mouse input, I think there's some tweaking that needs to be done for better and accurate mouse movement, and maybe it's just something with a firmware update or maybe on the next version. So pricing on the HHKB Studio is $329, so don't miss out on discount, and I'll leave my links down below. Yo, what is up guys, Future Sam here. So I just want to chime in real quick. HHKB actually released a new colorway while I was working on this video. And the color that they released is the Snow Edition. So this is actually going to be available now for you guys to pick up. And I actually got both of them here together side by side. So this is the black one, the Snow Edition. So I actually really like the Snow Edition a lot. It looks super fire. And for those of you guys who really like white peripherals, this is definitely the one to get. All right, now back to the video. So overall thoughts, I think this keyboard is really interesting. I love the small compact form factor, and I love the typing experience and how smooth the silent switches are, which are great for the office. And I think the gesture controls are a great feature and can map tons of different things. And I would say if they ever get the mouse cursor just to be a bit more precise, then I would say this is a perfect product. But yeah, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Soon I'm gonna be posting a giveaway on my Instagram channel, so be sure to check that out. We're gonna be giving away a Alt Escape earbuds and along with some keycaps and a keyboard. So be sure to leave a follow so you don't miss out on that one. And thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.